Hi, welcome, Namaha, Namaste. I am Vasanthi and thank you for joining me today. Today I thought we could explore an affirmation that we could offer for being empowered, for self-empowerment. Often the thoughts that come through in our mind can be colored, which means that it puts a veil. You can't see clearly on what's really true. And so sometimes when we get churning in those repetitive thoughts like a circular loop that are disempowering, one of the ways we can step aside and pause that loop long enough to see what's taking place is through awareness. And once we find awareness that we are churning in that negative or colored thought, what can we do to shift from that place to a place of self-care, of self-love and compassion? And so I wanted to share with you a personal affirmation and sankalpa that I have been carrying with me for several years now. And I think it's one that all of us can use and benefit from. And it is the words, I am enough. I am enough. And so one of the beautiful ways of exploring this is to think that every time you welcome and receive this new gift of life through the inhalation, you hear mentally in your mind, I am. And then you exhale and you welcome that deep inside you, enough. Inhale, I am. Exhale, enough. And you follow this cycle in, out. The palms face up, in, out. In, out. And you steady your gaze and you continue. Steady, soft gaze. Or let the eyes close. Exploring it this way with palms out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms open wide. Exhale. Open wide. Inhale, I am. Exhale, enough. Inhale, open wide. Hold the breath. Exhale. Take one more with that movement. Hold. Exhale. So something so simple as using your breath to help you shift the state of your mind. And really that's what's being asked of us when we get caught in these habitual patterns of thoughts where thoughts come up, and it's natural as human beings. What we tend to do is we attach emotions from one thought to the next and we connect the thoughts and shafts together. And what we can do is take a moment to step aside and observe the thoughts coming up and actually see, is it colored? Is it not telling me the truth? Is it putting a veil in front of me or fogging up that mirror that I can't see what is true? Or is the thought truth? Is it clear? Because when it's clear, we can see through. It's like that reflection is clear. So when you have moments that you go through this churning, this loop, this cycle, notice your habitual pattern and first recognize the greatest tool you have is awareness. And Once you become aware that you're falling into this habitual pattern that does not serve you, that does not empower you, that does not nourish you, now with awareness, you get to make a choice. You get to choose what you do with that thought. Are you going to stay and saturate yourself, your whole being, all of you, your emotional, your physical, your mental, your spiritual, all these layers of you with that thought? Or are you going to make the choice to self-care, to be compassionate, and find a new way and create a new pattern? And in order to get rid of that habitual pattern that didn't serve you, you have to be able to have awareness. Then you have to be able to make that choice. And then you have to create a new pattern. And this is what brain neuroscience tells us. And so I offer today to you this beautiful affirmation with the breath. In fact, our breath is actually always on the inhale, I am. Exhale. Wordless. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. But for this affirmation, I'm offering inhale, I am, and then I visualize through my whole being enough. So I wanted to show you, if you are at work, you're on the metro, you're somewhere where you need to be able to do a little self-care, self-love, maybe even before a big presentation or interview. There's such a simple, subtle way for you to practice without anyone ever knowing, but it will help you reset your mind and also help you balance the nervous system and turn on your parasympathetic nervous system to calm. So take a look at your hand. This is a great way to be able to keep count and to take a moment to pause, and you're using the hand which goes with you everywhere. So I'm starting with my thumb touching the first lower knuckle, that's 1, then going up the index finger, 2, to the tip, 3, to the middle finger, 4, to the ring finger, 5, to the pinky, 6, down the pinky, 7, down the pinky, 8, then to the ring finger, 9, then to the middle finger, 10, then I'm going to go up to the middle finger in the middle, 11, then to the ring finger, 12. And if you look, we're drawing a spiral starting from the base of the index finger. You're going up, you're going on the outside part of that spiral, down, across, and then you're going up and you end the center. So look at that spiral, up, down, and inward, right? There's so many things in nature that are in spirals. We've seen them in plants, how things grow. We see how leaves unfurl. We see them in seashells. We see them in many, many forms of nature, that spiral. And here's a spiral right on the hand. And I had a friend of mine share the spirals that we see on our fingertips, right? Our unique imprint, our unique fingerprint. Well, like that, we're using the thumb and these knuckles and this spiral to keep a 12 count. So in and then through. So this is what I'm offering. So hand rests and inhale, I am, exhale, enough. Then I move up, inhale, I am, exhale, enough. And you don't need to be holding your hand up like this. I'm showing this for the purpose of you seeing this. You're going to take the hand, rest it in your lap, and offer this. And so I'm going to actually flip so that you can see my hand doing this. And we'll do it together. Inhale, I am. Exhale, enough. Move up, in, out, in, out, in, I am, out, enough. Inhale, Exhale. Inhale. 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 Exhale. And so there you were able to use simple tool of your hand, simple tool of your breath, and then we've connected the ownership to changing the state of our mind, to making the choice to use discernment, to using an affirmation that empowers us. So I invite you to sit, find a moment, and it's 12 breaths. If you decide you can do more, you can do another round and continue. And just notice what happens. Observe what happens for you when you are able to pause during your day to remind yourself in all that you do, in all that you give and offer of yourself, in your efforts, in your duty, in your work, in your relationships, and also what you offer for yourself, that you are enough. You are enough. And as we say that for ourselves, I am enough, we're reminded that we see that in others. Hope you have a wonderful, blissful rest of the day, and you remember you are enough, and you take a moment to pause with the breath. Inhaling, I am. Exhale, enough. Thank you for joining me.